Hey, how you guys doing today? This is Ken, Master Trader with Blue Capital FX, and today's topic we're going to talk about of using the strength of the dollars and all different kind of currency pairs that you like to trade on. So we're looking at gold on a 4-hour time frame, and we're going to click on here on compare, and we're going to type in the U.S. index. So the abbreviation is DXY. I'm going to put this here. Perfect. So now we're going to go on format. And we're going to change the color so it be a brighter color that you guys can see. Make it just a little thicker. And we're going to have it as a no scale full screen. So perfect. So as you see that the market is going up, right? So we're looking to see that it's going to be creating a new high for the US dollar. Once it's going up, it's doing the complete opposite of what the gold currency pair is doing. So we're going up, we're waiting for that nice pullback, creates a new high, then comes back down, full pullback, and then a retest. Comes down, retest as a correction, comes back down, retest, and then it loses momentum. This is where it comes into a support, right? So exactly how it did on gold, when the US dollar is gaining momentum, gold is losing its value, came down, retest, came down into a support, and then it began to come upward. Just like how the dollar began to came down, we're buying the opportunities. So we can see that overall this is a head and shoulders on the US dollar. So it's so much easier because you don't have to have open tabs. You don't have to go back and reflect on changing your chart or even typing it in your chart. You could just have the comparison right there, and it becomes so much easier just to correlate on how the movements are happening. So we see that the US dollar created head and shoulders, right? So it's coming back down. So what I like to do is that I put like the last period's high low on this trend, right? So if I see that the dollar came here and it's going up, I'm going to be looking to be selling. So even on a 4-hour time frame, I'm selling these opportunities. So I'm selling, but I'd rather not get into a position on this previous low here. So it created a nice inverted, as you guys can see, created a nice double top. Double bottom up here, but double top up here, and came down because the dollar went. It was a buy opportunity here, so the dollar came down. So I'm seeing that the dollar came into a support area, right? But since this is NFP week, it kind of really correlated to what the of what gold is doing, right? So it came into a support here, as you can see, it right identical, and it came up, retest. Pull back, went up to create a high. And so overall support, not support, resistance. So then we just mark this up here, right? So if this continues to keep coming down, gold is going to continue to keep coming down as the US dollar. So gold has been very interesting. It's been the last day or so has been actually correlating to how it's been moving. But that's on gold on using with the index. So gold moves the same way as Euro USD. British pound versus the US dollar. So perfect. So you see how this head and shoulders is on the dollar. This is an inverted, right? So the dollar's going up. This was a sell opportunity. So if you caught it from here, went up, sold it, created a nice inverted head. So you put a nice horizontal line here. Let's clone this. So perfect. Came all the way down. Identical. You see it going up. This is going down. You see this going down. The US dollar came into a nice double bottom here. So this is going up. Dollar made a nice pullback going up. So it's still continuing to keep going down. So I rather wait until it comes into a support here. So it's going down. So I wait here. So this would be the neckline of the double top. Double bottom here. So you see that price came up to here. So I'm buying it now. Now I got that clarification of the dollar of where it's going down, right? So now I'm just waiting on a nice pullback. So now I'm getting into these entries as highs, high lows, right? Perfect. The high low, you can see that it's still under the moving average until you see it creates that last high low here. And you can zoom out. This is where the dollar was at. This is where GU is at, right? So it's telling you, look, hey, it's coming into a resistance area. It's time that we're going to be looking to be, selling it. So down here, it's weird on the US dollar when it comes down to a support, because this definitely looks like a triple bottom, but it's not what a triple bottom should look like. But if you could identify what that is and see that it's going to be going up, anytime you see a triple bottom on the bottom, it's an uptrend market. So anytime it's an uptrend market on the US dollar, we're going to be selling on GU. So you can see right here, this was the nice pullback area, and this is where it happened on a retest on GU, right? So it came all the way down with that big movement. Right there was a retest, went all the way up, a retest, came all the way up. Last retest, it came down, and then now it went all the way up, right? So seeing that it's going to be creating from the US dollar, looks like it's going to be creating an inverted again. And then we're going to see it come down to the downside for the US dollar. So now we're kind of going to change this and going into like the Japanese, because majority of you guys love trading the yen pairs. So we're going to go on USD JPY and delete all this. And we're going to take that DXY and we're going to click on compare again. And we're going to type in JXY. So Japanese yen. Perfect. Click X. And we're going to go on format and make this blue again. Make this stick. And no scale full screen. Perfect. So as you see that, the Japanese yen is losing its value. So you can see that it crossed under USD JPY, right? So that is telling you that, look, we're going to be looking for buy opportunities. Buy opportunities. If the market is going up on the Japanese yen, we're going to be looking to be shorting it, right? So you can see that it went up. This is the breakout it started. So right here, double bottom on the Japanese yen, double top on the on UJ. So it's telling you, in the case you got two confirmations right here, it's dropping. The reason why I have it on the 4-hour time frame, because it's the more, or higher time frames, is because it's the most accurate. You could actually identify and see these patterns actually happening and occurring. So you can see that double top, perfect, came up, made a nice double bottom right here. And what I would do is that when I see that, I would just mark it up into the existence. Just never know where these markets will lead up to. So you see the market continue to keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. So came down into the support, took off, right? And ever since, it came down to create a new low, came back up, created another new low. As overall, this is a double bottom. As you can see, created a nice double bottom here. 1, and then 2. So then the Japanese yen began to come down, and we're going to be buying it, right? So now we're just getting off these retests on the Japanese yen, and then the retest on UJ. I mean, the pullbacks on UJ for buy opportunities. So it came into the zone multiple times, came in, make a low. Perfect. So now that we're seeing that is beginning to become a bullish market, and this is where you could use your trend lines into play for another confirmation. So now it's just making pennants. So this is a pennant right here. So we had that breakout right here. So you can see that breakout right there correlates. So that was that retest area on the yen, and then the pullback and the breakout for UJ. So continue to go on upside. Yen pairs has lost. The US dollar is beginning to gain in strength, and it's going to keep going up as well. Because why? The moving averages, the candles are above the moving average. So, and then you can look at EJ. You know, mostly all these yen pairs, they all do the exact same thing. So you can see what it's done. All right, perfect. You see that the market structure went up. EJ dropped dramatically, you know, and it formed a nice double bottom. So this is where you would have highlighted when it created low. See that you're waiting for the market to come back into that structure. Perfect. And continue to take off. So you see anytime that you see these dips right here, it's going up. It's a complete opposite direction of where euro versus the Japanese yen is doing. So then you see that it came down here, opposite, right? It's telling you, it's giving you a nice invert head and shoulders on a Japanese yen current index, but you see it is doing a complete opposite of on EJ. So it continues to come down. Does the opposite again, come down. Once it begins, the EJ becomes going up, Japanese yen is going down. So this is where we're seeing a nice pennant again. So just make sure that you always have your pole. And then right here, it's a nice flag. Actually, it's a pennant. So we see that pennant, breakout, see the yen keeps losing its value, and it's still going to keep going up. This is just a small, this is just going to be, this is actually looking like a symmetrical triangle right here. You see the market is going up and down, but we're going to see another breakout to the upside. All right, awesome. So this is on using the yen pair. Then I'm going to show you on using, so we're going to go on NZD, USD. Awesome. So it's a trade setup, as you guys can see. Market structured. Came all the way down, made a nice double top. This is where I predicted where the market came. Zero entry. So this was all with last night. It's 160 pip movement. Awesome. But we're going to delete this. And we're going to delete Japanese. And we're going to type in compare. And we're going to put in ZXY. So the New Zealand dollar index. Perfect. So you can see that the New Zealand dollar index correlates very, 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 very well with NZD. So if you're looking at the US dollar as a confirmation as well, you also have the New Zealand dollar as another confirmation as well too. So the more confirmations, the better, I like to say. And then it really just helps out in your trading. So you really can't complain. So you can see that it came down. You can see where the market is coming to. makes a nice double top up here. Then now you're seeing as a retest. And you can see the whole blueprint, which is how the market move identical. So we're going to change, since we know how NZD correlates with the index very well. We're going to just put in NZD CHF. Perfect. So you can see that it correlates pretty much the same direction, right? So let's see if NZD versus the Japanese yen. So let's look at a cross pair. So pretty much, right? So like I like to say, like, if you want to have the index added into your trade setups, perfect, because all it's doing is giving you another helping hand. It's helping you identify where like the inverted head and shoulders are, telling you where the market structure is going, and then you could capitalize it. So let's look at another NZD. So we could look at NZD CAD. Awesome. So you kind of see that it kind of goes in different directions. So just doing a complete opposite when it tends to have these breakouts here. But when it comes back into structured price, it correlates very well. So NZD dollar correlates with majority of the pairs that you want to look at. So it just gives you a whole better perspective. And then last, I'm going to show you is using. Okay, I'm going to use a Swiss franc. So we're going to go on USD CHF. Delete this here, and we're going to compare, and we're going to type in X, Y. Right, perfect. So you can see that correlates in different directions. I'm going to click on format. All right, perfect. So you see that moves in different directions. So right here that you're seeing, we're seeing a bearish triangle. So we're seeing a lot of what we like to call a data range here until we wait into a breakout. So it's in the support area for the index dollar for the Swiss franc, right? So we're waiting. You could put a horizontal line here. So this would be considered like the neckline. So and then this would be the neckline up here. So perfect. So you can see that that's where the breakout actually occurred. On both sides, right? So you see that happen, breaks out, it goes to the upside. We're going to be selling the USD Swiss franc, going up, going up. If it's coming down, see where it created a nice head and shoulders here. So this pass would be your resistance level, right? Coming all the way down, we're going to be looking to be buying it. So it comes all the way up to come and makes a new high. So if it's making a new high, it's making a new high. I'm making a new low down here. So it's making a new low. Now you're waiting for all the pullbacks to occur, to happen. So it correlates very well with the US DXY index, but it goes the complete opposite direction with the Swiss franc index. So we're going to see if we change this and add NZD CHF. Correlates very well. These are pairs that I do not currently trade, but if this helps you to identify on where like the market structure is happening, and we could just wait on the potential breakouts. Just make sure you have your horizontal line on where the most previous high, and you wait for that breakout occur, and then that's when you could get into a trade setup. So then, just on how I taught you and how to have your take profit levels to occur on previous highs and previous lows, you capitalize on the markets very, very well. So, if this was very, very helpful, please take advantage over this. If I was you, I rewatch this videos couple more times so it could click in. So then you could have it consistently. So this is how you use the index on the strength of the pairs that you currently want to look at, and then it'll make it so much more easier and clarify. Just remember, you do not need to trade every single pair in the world. Just pick a pair that you like. At the end of the day, it's going to make you a lot of money. So I appreciate you guys on watching this video. Take care and be blessed.